Chasing results almost destroyed my future. That was really dramatic. But what I wanted to say is that I wasted 2.5 years of trying to chase results of like entrepreneurship slash self improvement. And you can say I didn't waste them because I actually like it was a learning lesson for me and I actually learned from it 100%. But guys, we're just chasing results all the time. Right? Like I'll tell you a story this morning. I went to drop my mom off. I started my deep work kind of late. It's like 8:40 a.m. I typically start at like 8 a.m., right? So I'm a little late, right? But I went to drop my mom off at work. I came and a part of me didn't want to do my meditation because the meditation was part of my morning routine. Like I must get it done, right? And a big part of my brain was like, nah, just skip it right now, but just go straight to work. And I remember this was the same thing that I used to do back in the day. This was the exact same thing I used to do back in the day, which I would start skipping the gym sometimes. I would start skipping meditation, journaling, and I would be all in this work mode, all in content creation mode, all in YouTuber mode, like an absolute idiot. I gotta say, I would skip all like the good stuff. I'll sometimes even eat worse food, like any food. I never had like a clear boundary because I would do anything to get that money. I would be sitting at my desk for until 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Until 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. I would be sitting at this desk. And what's crazy is that the work itself wouldn't take me that long. But because I was all in work mode, I had to sit at this desk and just be as productive as possible. But then at one point I started to realize like, bro, I'm not even making much progress. Like this is a distinct thing, right? When you chase a result, that's all you think about. Oh, I gotta get that cash, gotta get that money, but nothing else, nothing else. When you chase the result, what ends up happening is that you don't actually grow. You're sort of just stuck in the same place. So when I started my self improvement journey, I was growing. I felt progress. I felt like literal happiness, bro. I felt happiness when I started self improvement. I remember literally around this time 3 years ago. That's when I started. And if you're interested, I made like a full video, like going over my 3 year journey. If you want to check that out. When I started self improvement, I felt like a new person. Literally, I felt like a new human being because I was doing new habits. I was living a new lifestyle. I was embedded with more hope into my life. I was actually trying to improve my life, get more attractive, attract more girls and whatever, even make a business and stuff like that. So I felt like a new person. But then when I started to just solely focus on quote unquote business, I forgot about everything else. I would start wearing like the freaking Andrew Tate shirts, like the button. I mean, it's not called Andrew Tate shirts. It's just the button up shirts, and I would be acting all businessy and entrepreneur, like all this stuff when I was making $0. I wouldn't focus on anything but like how much money can I make, and that led to me making no money at all. I made $1,000 in 9 months or 10 months, which I'm really grateful for because that was my first bit of money online. But that was it. I just made 1K, and this idea of chasing results still never left my head. And when you chase results, like that's when I started to change my business models. I went from having a copywriting business to then changing that to an like a lead generation business, and then changing that to like email copywriting, and then changing that to video editing, and then changing that to social media marketing, Facebook advertising, and then changing that to going all in on another YouTube channel which you guys don't know about. And then I got like 20K subscribers on that channel, all praise be to God, alhamdulillah. And then from that to this, of course, I learned my lessons throughout the way. But the one thing still remained, which was I kept chasing results. In fact, if you go down this channel right now, if you go to the videos tab on this channel, and you go down, my old videos, I actually almost quit this channel. You know why? You know why I started this channel in the first place? I started this channel so I can make money as quick, as fast, as seamless as possible. I thought that, because I'm a YouTube genius, right? I got to 20K subscribers, so I'm gonna go and make a new channel and upload some videos, sell a product, boom, quick money, huh? Let's just say I gave up because I kept getting low views. This is the issue, guys. We're like little rats running and trying to find the cheese. What are we doing? Why are we in survival mode? Guys, we have time, energy, like we have all energy, we have everything. Unless you're actually going through a dire need. Even then, I would say chasing the results, I'll explain why. But chasing the results will make you do the wrong things to get the result for the most part. Sure, can you get a little bit of cash from there? Which I did, yes. But that's like a freaking rat getting a little bit of cheese. He doesn't actually have a system of getting the cheese every single time. Chasing the result is like, imagine I'm like this social media marketing person and I want to, advertise for other companies. And so I emailed them, hey, John, I really like your business, and I can make you this much money. And all I care about is just doing outreach. So imagine if I was chasing results, right, which I used to, all I would do is I would just do a bunch of outreaches every single day of my life. I would be doing, so hey John, hey Mark, hey like Jonathan, whatever, I would be just going and sending emails after emails after emails after emails. I would check the next day and I would be so sad and mad that these people did not reply to me. Why are they not replying to me? Why are they ignoring my emails? I'm going like 3 months, 4 months. My parents are still wondering when I'm gonna make my first money online. They're still wondering right now. But like my parents are still wondering when I'm gonna make my first money online. All my friends think that I'm this like millionaire because I acted like one on Instagram. Like not really a millionaire, but the way I would post me doing like see, instead of focusing on my work, because I was so fixated on results, I would be posting myself on Instagram at like 8 a.m. Look at me, guys. Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur. Yeah, I send these emails. Yeah, look at me. I had 0 clients, 0 money coming in. Yeah, I kept just sending emails after emails after emails after emails after emails. Now, what the issue with sending so many emails is that I'm just focused on getting the first client, but I'm not focused on what gets the first client in the first place. See, now if I had to go back and start that business again, maybe some of you are actually doing that. Maybe you're a university student and you're actually doing that business, right? If I had to go back to doing that business again, you know what I would do? I would focus on my product. I would focus on getting results. I would focus on, okay, what do these guys actually want? Like, do they just want, like, cause bro, okay, I'm sorry, I'm going on tangents right now, but this is related to it. With my other YouTube channel, I used to get emails all the time. I used to get emails about like, hey bro, I can be your video editor. I'll do like a free video for you. Like, I'll do a free video, I'll be a video editor, please. Like, I would get so many of these emails that people would reach out to me, like, they want to be my video editor, they want to make my thumbnails, they want to be a content creator strategist or whatever. Like, they want these things, right? Because they have an agency or whatever. And I would literally, now I understand, yeah, I would literally not reply to any one of them. And the only one that I sort of was very close to working with was a social media strategist. Like, he did like he helps creators monetize, and he helped another creator who was quite famous in the same niche as me. So then I was like, I was genuinely considering working with this guy. I was so close. He DM'd me on Instagram. He's like, I work with this guy. He even follows me. And I'm like, damn, like I know this guy. He has some good followers. And he worked with him. So all of a sudden, I went from literally ignoring everyone to like, yo, I'm gonna work with this guy. I might actually work with this guy. You know why? Because he actually has results. He has proof of value. He focused on the process. He doesn't have a freaking crap, disgusting product. His product is not bad, and so that he can actually sell it to people. See, he knows how to actually get results. Most amateurs, and yes, most people that send these emails, including my old self, were amateurs. We'll be sitting there, why am I not getting any clients? I'm sending so many emails, but your product is freaking so bad, my guy. You genuinely cannot give people results. And you know what? This is one of the reasons why I'm not monetizing on this channel yet. If you guys don't know yet, some of you guys will, but I want to be a coach. I really want to coach people on mental health, mindset, trauma, and fitness as well. So I want to do that, but I'm not doing that yet because I just know like I'm gonna be an amateur, and I want to focus on growing me first, and then and practicing my skills, right? So that's my main focus right now. So obviously, when I'm really have some really good product and I genuinely believe in it and stuff like that, obviously I can benefit people there as well. But for now, I'm not gonna monetize, guys. This is the same thing with studying. If you're a university student right now, which you might be, because I'm a university student, so this goes with the same thing. Like we think, right? We think, oh yeah, I studied like 10 hours a day. Either during exam time, guys, I don't even go to the gym. Like I'm such a freaking loser. I don't even go to the gym during exam times because I'm such a studier, guys. And then you see his mark, and this guy gets like a 60%. And then he's blaming it on the teacher for marking hard. No, you freaking idiot. Just because you studied, that does not mean that you actually studied. This is the same thing with the guys who just send emails all day. Studying is not what gets you the results. It's what you study is what gets you the results, right? All we do is like, oh yeah, if I study for 10 hours a day, I will get an A+. No, you idiot. I studied for 2 hours a day and I got, I think, a pretty good mark. I think I have an A or something in my calculus class. Without trying to boast, because I was actually failing the same class last semester, so I had to retake it. You see, like, it's because I used to chase classes. I used to chase results. And in fact, this was my biggest issue. And it took me 2.5 years to come to this realization, which is why I'm telling you right now as a freaking brother on the other side of the screen, please listen to what I say. Stop freaking chasing results. This is the reason why you're never gonna ever stay consistent. with your freaking journey. This goes for self-improvement. This goes for the gym. This goes for eating clean. You're chasing results. You're like, okay, let me get onto self-improvement. And then you're expecting for yourself to start levitating, and you're not going to start levitating. That's not how self-improvement works, bro. Like, you're not just gonna, oh, okay, so my friend told me that I should be journaling in the morning. Well, okay. And then you start to go journal in the morning. You journal for a couple of days, and now you're just like, oh, what the frick? Why am I journaling, guys? What? And then you just stop journaling because you don't see a freaking need. You don't see a need is because, I don't know, what did you expect from journaling? That apparently a girl's gonna come in and give you a freaking, like a girl's gonna come and marry you? Like, is that what you expected from journaling? Or did you expect $10 million to appear in your freaking mailbox? You forgot the entire thing. You forgot the entire purpose of why you do something, right? And again, I'm only saying this because I've literally gone through the same thing, right? I forgot, like, this is what I mean. So this morning, going back to the first story now, this morning when I wanted to sort of skip meditation, I was telling myself, you really want to skip meditation? You know what that means? That means I'm chasing results again. You know, do you really want to skip meditation because of YouTube? Not in like a disgusting way, like I'm disgusted to make videos for you guys. Not like that. I mean, do you really want to skip meditation for work? That literally means that you're chasing results again. Chasing results, chasing views, chasing money. Yes, I have a big goal. I really want to grow this channel, 100%. This is one of my big goals, right? I really want to grow this channel, spread this message, you know, get a freaking community, a freaking movement of men improving and growing. And I want this thing to freaking move. Like, I want this channel to grow, but not at the cost of me chasing the results. You know, if I'm just going to be making a video just so I can get more subscribers, then don't make videos. Don't freaking make videos, because it's not gonna last. Like, you can do it for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months, but it's not gonna last. I have a feeling the biggest cause of your failures is not the fact that you're undisciplined or you're unmotivated. The biggest cause of your failure is because you just like to chase results too much. And you know what? I don't blame you, because that came from all the freaking TikTok stuff that we watched growing up. Like, imagine, right? The stuff like TikTok and short form content, every single time we used to scroll, like, it would give us instant results. Like, you scroll, your brain is like, it gets the next hit of dopamine. You scroll, next hit of dopamine. You scroll, next. Now, your brain's like, what the frick is the next hit of dopamine? So, what you need to do is, I'm gonna freaking brainwash you right now. I'm gonna change your paradigm a little bit, which I did to myself. And I read the book 7 Habits of Effective People, the book of my life, like in terms of self-improvement, obviously, with the permission of God, obviously. I'm gonna brainwash you a little bit. What I'm gonna brainwash you is, I need you to freaking stop looking at results as a metric for success. Results are, like, again, results are sort of important because it tells you the direction you need to go to, and it does sort of represent, like, okay, this guy made $1 million, so that means he's rich. Yeah, sure. But specifically what I mean is, focus on the freaking process. Make the process the end goal. Instead of trying to meditate or journal or wake up early or hit the gym for a specific result, make that habit, so gym, whatever, make that the be all end all. Let that sink in for a second. I don't know if that really makes sense. Don't expect anything from the gym. Rather, you'll see the changes the gym gives you. You see, you don't go to the gym to get a nice body. You go to the gym to become someone who can get a nice body. If you fall in love with the gym, you'll get a nice body by default. But if you go to the gym to get a nice body, you're gonna quit the gym in a couple of weeks. This is what we see in New Year's resolution. You know, people have their New Year's resolutions and they say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get fit this year. And, you know, they go on a new diet, and they go to sign up on a new gym. You know, it's always like the first day of freaking New Year's first day of New Year's, yeah, the new year. First day of the gym is like, oh, so freaking packed all the time, right? And then what happens? Months and months and months. Okay, done. Not even months, weeks. Weeks go by, everyone is gone. Except a couple people. The reason why is because they all came in for the results and they gave up. You see, when I went to the gym, bro, I went in as a life shifter. So I went in, hands up, yo, please, I need to help. I need to change myself, bro. I am a failure. I'm gonna use the gym to callous my mind, to literally carve me into a new man with the permission of God, obviously. But the gym was not something that I would like get something from. Rather, I just needed the gym to help me change who I was and how I looked at myself in the freaking mirror and change my mindset of life. You see, the gym didn't just give me a nice body, but more so the gym gave me all the lessons and carved me up into a into a more exceptional. I'm really glazing myself today. The gym made me more mentally tough. The gym made me more disciplined. The gym allowed me to push past discomfort. You see, it's these traits that are like literally priceless. Forget the physique. Anyone can lose the physique or gain the physique. It's these traits that you build which are priceless, which represents who you are, and who you are will then be able to do whatever the frick you want with life. So when I didn't skip meditation this morning is because I realized that it was all about growing me. And if I am my most elevated self, then everything else will fall into place with the permission of God. This is the change I need you guys to make. You don't go to the gym so it gives you a nice physique, bro. You go to the gym because it changes who you are. If you're someone who's lazy, and you can always tell. If you're someone who's lazy, if you're someone who's mentally like a freaking P word, like you actually are a scaredy cat. If you're someone who's mentally weak and you know if you're weak, oh I slept in. Stuff like this. If you're mentally weak, if you're physically incapable to start doing your freaking assignments and homework, all of this stuff, which again, I used to be, that's why you go to the gym, to change that version of you, not to get a good physique. A good physique is a byproduct. Now, let me ask you this question. If you fall in love with the gym for the journey, for what it makes you as a man, are you ever going to quit the gym? Very low chance. I see myself going to the gym when I'm 60, 70, 80 years old, God willing, inshallah, if God wills. I see myself still going to the gym. You know, my life is weird if I don't go to the gym. I feel something wrong with my life. It became such an integral part of my life. You know, a lot of people say the gym is therapy, right? It's therapy because it's when they can just stay present, take out their anger, and just push themselves. You see, when you become absolutely addicted to the process, when you get a high from pushing to failure, you're not gonna skip the gym. If that is your result, if that is your reward, if the reward is that the fact that you get to hurt yourself in the gym, like obviously like going to failure, not like injured. If that is the reward, that you get to like spaz out when you're trying to hit failure, why would you skip the gym if that's the reward? And so I'm gonna brainwash you in the way that you need to stop chasing results and rather you need to focus on the freaking process. This goes with school. No, you don't need to study for 8 hours a day. You need to study for like 3 hours a day, 2 hours a day, but rather you focus on getting the work done and the work that's needed to get done. The work that you'll be tested on. You don't need to sit there and study for 10 hours a day because that's all bloated, inflated. 1 to 2 hours a day is all you need for school, but you need to have that identity and that routine every single day. Imagine if you studied for 1 hour a day every single day. Would you really need to cram before the end of the semester? No way. No way, bro. But what's the issue? Why do most people cram at the end of the semester? And in fact, I had to cram for one of my classes as well. Why? Because first of all, I skipped all of, like I think I went to the class like 3 times. So I skipped all of that and I never took notes. One thing I will say is that the reason why I did a lot better this semester compared to the other semesters, it's because I just told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna be a better student. I don't care about any result, rather, I'm just gonna be a better student this semester. I literally told my friends that before the semester started, and I told them, yeah, I'm just gonna be a better student. You know, I'm just gonna study for like an hour extra. I'm just gonna study, and I'm gonna give some more time to school, you know. I actually want to be I actually want to take my classes seriously. You know, if I'm gonna go to school anyway, what's the point of me complaining about it? Because if you know me, like I don't like school. You know, I don't like university. I think it's a scam and whatever. But if I'm here anyway, I might as well just do something because I don't want to just get low marks, which just gives me more stress. So I'm actually gonna put in some work. And you know what I did? And I got some good marks. Some not very good marks, but some good marks as well. Because I didn't go into school be like, yeah, I'm gonna lock in and get an A plus. I just told myself I'm gonna be a good student and I'm gonna study. See, I focus on the process. I told myself I'm gonna study, and I already knew how to study in terms of like I knew what to study. Most people they study for 10 hours and they still get 60s on their marks. I studied for 1 or 2 hours and I got better marks than that because I focus on what is needed, not just studying. Amateurs think that oh yeah, working 10 hours or studying 10 hours is what gives you the result. But pros, they don't look at time. They look at what is needed to get done. If I have a boxing match, sure I can train for 15 hours a day, but I'm just gonna exhaust myself. Rather, I'm gonna train what I need to get better at. Maybe the hook, maybe the jab, maybe the cross, maybe like whatever it is. And then I'm gonna recover. I'm gonna go sleep. I'm gonna go chill. You think that time equals, right? No. It's what you spend your time on. So rather, the number one thing I need you to take from this video is chase the freaking process. Chase what gives you the results, not the result itself. If there's one lesson in 2025, it's about to end this year. This year's about to end, right? If there's one lesson that I learned, the most powerful lesson that I learned this year, it would undoubtedly be this. The most powerful freaking lesson. So yeah, boys. That's like, I don't know how else to explain it, bro. But this, bro, I'm not gonna lie, this is like genuinely, like I learned so much this year, and I want to share this with you guys. You know, one thing I want to try to do as well better is I want to be more up and honest with you guys. I want to be just open. Like I want to share everything that I want to share and talk about. I really want to be open with you guys. So I'm working on making my videos better, and hopefully they are getting better. And yeah, boys. So that's it for me. Hopefully this helped you. If you want to follow my Instagram, the link is in the description down below. And yeah, bro. Yes. Yo. I'll see you guys later, bro. Assalamu alaikum.